Hello and welcome to Paints and Sinners. Today we're gonna paint up a vampire. Now this is a 3D print that I've printed, but I can't find from where it comes, so if you know, feel free to comment the video, of course. My thought was I've gotten a lot of speed paints or contrast paints, and I figured I'm gonna try them out, but in the end it became some more than just contrast paints or speed paints. Anyway, it's a cool mini, and as always it's mostly tabletop standard. I'm not a display or competition painter, as I've said before, and I hope this video is gonna be a little bit better than before, so let's get cracking! Starting off with Plaguebearer Flesh. This was my choice. I've thought about it for a while. What color does a vampire have, and regular skin color just seemed a bit boring, so then some hardened leather from Army Painter for the leather. That's not surprising, I guess, but I really like this speed paint. It looks great when applied. And here a second layer of Plaguebearer Flesh. Did you know that if you throw out rice, a vampire will have to stop and count the rice so he can't get you? So if you're afraid of vampires, you should always carry some rice in your pocket, I guess. And here I'm doing the wings with Garagax Sewer. It's a bit dark, but with some dry brushing later on, well, you'll see. I think it came out quite nice and quick. Just like you wanted, I think. Right? And as you can see, I was a bit uncertain which paint I should use for the dress that he's wearing, but I chose Army Painter Murder Scene, the speed paint. It's a bit darker, so that'll be dry brushed with a lighter purple later on. And you gotta paint roses, right? It's roses on the ground, romantic. Kind of, I guess. There's some romance in the vampire legend or myth, whatever you want to call it. So here I'm filling in some golden armor, Army Painter speed paint. I used two different golds, and soon we are about to witness a catastrophe. Just wait and see. And here we go. What are we seeing? Hoplite gold without, yeah. That's what happens when you just keep on squeezing the bottle. So anyway, here I'm painting the hoplite armor, which is a lighter gold. Dry brushing, yep, that's right, with AK Interactive's Violet Red on top of that speed paint. It gives the details a little lighter touch, and it looks great, looks good. It gets the job done. And this is what it looks like this far. I mean, it's not too bad. Here we go with bony matter on the squigs. It's not called squigs. I don't know what it's called. The fangs on his wings. It's not called fangs either, but I can't find the right word right now. Here we go with a mix of colors, as you can see on screen, to paint the tombstone, which I'm gonna use some other stuff to get it more in the way I want it, like Nuln oil. As you can see here, I'm drenching it in Nuln oil. And now for the wings. You need to dry brush them to get some depth or some better effect of the paints, and I'm using Mornfang Brown dry brushing on top of that darker brown color, and it looks great actually. Now it's Agrax Earthshade on the tombstone, just smooshing it away all over the tombstone, really. So that combined with the Nuln oil, it looks kind of cool, I would say. And now I'm dry brushing the tombstone to get some characteristic out of it, I would say. Looks a little bit more interesting, maybe. And this is a great paint, or whatever you want to call it, effect paint maybe. The dirty down moss effect, it's always useful if you have any need of doing moss. And then for the ground I chose Garagak Sewer. I was thinking I'm gonna dry brush it to get some more details in or details out, stand out or whatever you want to say, but I figured it's just nice as brown dark dirt. Looks great. And here we are looking at the work so far. And then I'm doing neutral gray on the stones because they can't be white. That wouldn't look good, right? Then Gulliman Flesh on the gold details actually gives great shadows, great depth to the gold, no matter what gold you are using. I was thinking I'm gonna do some highlights on the gold as well, but at the end I just figured I don't really need it. Then for some Nuln Oil on the stones as well to give them some contour or some depth or whatever you want to call it. I think it looks great. The famous black rim. You gotta do that, right? Yeah, you gotta paint it black. Even if the classical green from Games Workshop is really cool as well, but I usually do my rims black, like this. And here is the end result. I think for a quick paint job it looks okay, kinda cool. A bit grim dark maybe even. It's not like I've put in hours and hours of time to it, maybe 2 or 3 hours to paint this vampire from an unknown origin, and it looks kind of cool. The speed paints or the contrast really help out to speed up the process, you could say. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Take care and goodbye.